Love, blessings, peace, and prosperity, divine, beautiful soul. What is good in your world? It's me, Nicole P, your spiritual barista, serving up wisdom, guidance, and inspiration from the cards. What I have for you, my love, in this video is a message from none other than the Eight of Cups. This is a card that I pulled for this week. Cosmic connection is Saturn in Pisces. Look at this card. Look at all the different elements that we have. Water, of course, connected to cups. We have land, we have mountains, we have the moon, and we have the sun. The person in the card is wearing red, and they are leaving behind these cups, this area. They're on a quest, staff in hand, and red boots as well. Red energy, movement, passion, spirituality. And Saturn in Pisces is actually like such a beautiful, beautiful combination, right? So thinking about Saturn connected to Neptune, right? Because Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. And in some ways, sometimes these two forces, these two energies can be tenuous, right? Because there is the desire to be free flowing and tune into the underworld, what's underneath the sea, and to be imaginative and creative and just tapping into this way of infinite possibilities. And yes, Saturn comes in to say, okay, but there needs to be some structure. There needs to be some discipline. And sometimes that can feel very tense. It can be like a contraction. And when in actuality, when a alchemic flow between the two energies is in place and you're open to it, it's quite empowering. So one of the messages, my love, in this week or in weeks ahead to sip on, to reflect on, is the ways in which you are committed to the visions and to your imagination, the energy in these cups, right? So the cups connected to emotion, but so much connected, I should say, and connected to emotion, to feels, but this intuition, this way of knowing, this way of being, and really tuning into what feels good. And so what happens is so many times we have these dreams and these visions and we set forth these intentions and these manifestations. And we forget to also put in place the sacred devotions, the rituals, the structures, the commitments, right? The discipline. That's the word. That discipline, right? That sacred devotion, aka discipline. Because it feels good. It feels good to just be dreamy. It feels good to be floating. That's very vital, very important. But the alchemic flow between water and earth is super important in order to bring things into existence, to work with the universe, right, in tandem. So, my love, this card is inviting you to reflect on and be very discerning in regards to your rituals, to your time, to the things that you have in place to be able to meet spirit halfway on this quest and on this journey. And the thing is that sometimes we can have what appears to be everything, so to speak. We can be set. We can have things in place and be okay. And yet our spirit craves more, craves expansiveness, craves to be on a new adventure. And this card also reminds you that your path is your path. And it reminds you to really tune into what your heart and your spirit want, what your heart and your spirit crave. And sometimes that craving for expansiveness requires you, right, to leave behind what you have. And it doesn't mean that you're abandoning the people, places, things, experiences, material items because you dislike them, but it's this call for expansiveness. And sometimes those things that you have to leave behind you really, really love, and it hurts your heart, but you know that there's something else that's calling. So once again, it requires a sacred devotion and a discipline. It requires a discernment to be able to really tune into your voice. Because what will happen is sometimes people on the outside could be like, what are you complaining about? What are you unhappy about? You got everything you need. If I were you, I would say put. But your spirit is calling and craving for more. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. So that sacred discernment, sacred devotion, and also too dancing with courage, dancing with the energy, with any fears, and dancing with the doubts, and taking steps forward anyways. Trusting. This is a card also of trust and faith and belief in spirit as well as yourself. Pisces, dreaming, imagination. And it's such a great card right now, too, with the recent Neptune moving into Aries. It's the energy of it's time to come out. It's time to come out of the energy of coming within. It's almost as if this card really symbolizes when one has spent so much time in hermit mode, the internal hermit mode, and then like, wait, I'm ready to emerge and I'm ready to take action. And that's where that red comes in, like the energy of Mars coming in to say, like, okay, right, here's the feels, here's the intuition, here's the hits, here's what your soul craves, here's the sacred devotion and discipline. And now start taking action, start taking those steps forward. You feel me? Am I making sense? So like really tuning into, this is the time, if you feel like you have a craving, if you feel like your spirit's calling for you, calling for you to open to expansiveness in some way, shape, or form. What is it? What is the calling? And my love, this is the other big piece that I think where Saturn energy comes in, knowing that it doesn't have to be reactionary. So you can have this card can come up and start saying like, tomorrow you got to leave, you got to pack up your bags and go, like you got to all of a sudden abandon ship, so to speak. It's saying that start making plans to start moving towards that and being strategic, right? Being strategic. Excuse me. I'm going to give you an example here really quick. Is we recently moved in the last 6 months. We came back to the Midwest, and where we are at right now, I feel it in my body. This is where I'm going to want to be. My spirit wants to be for a long period of time. We're here now. It's perfect. It's great. It's affordable. We'll stay another term probably here because it makes sense. It's strategic. It doesn't make sense to where we don't know what we're doing or where we're going to be going. It doesn't make sense to just pack up and go somewhere different right now, right? What makes sense is to stay another year, to be very discerning and have the sacred devotion of taking steps to open up to what that expansiveness is. Do you feel me? So sometimes all of this energy isn't the right now, but it's a reminder of the preparation of the things. Like, okay, it is a reminder that yes, there is something more expansive for you. But what are you doing now to be able to prepare for this opportunity? Okay. So 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups. A deep, deep, deep card. So many layers to it. Once again, I want to remind you to be very intentional with your time, discerning with what you bring in, and know that Spirit meets you halfway. Sometimes Spirit meets you 3/4 way. Sometimes it's a quarter way. But the importance is to really have that sacred devotion and that AKA discipline, right? And having that alchemic flow between water and earth. My love, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this video was of service to you. If you've enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Mad love to you, and cheers. Until next time, peace. Bye.